Hey guys, welcome to another video. And in this one, I actually figured out, and a lot of people pointed out that they feel like they don't really know me enough. And I felt the same, like you guys who watch me on YouTube. I mean, I've done plenty of this on Instagram. Okay, so you guys probably didn't have like as much of a chance to get to know me, like, person to person. And I think that's really important. That's what I want to do. I want you guys to know me and I want to know you guys better. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing these like every few days, maybe every week. In case you would like to ask me some questions, what you can do is you can go onto my Instagram. Whenever you see on my story that I'm asking a question, like, what would you like to know about me, you can just ask a question over there, shoot over there, and I'll make a video in the same next 2 or 3 days, and you'll get all of your answers. Okay, so let's begin. Let's see how good this can be. Okay. Okay, so Srinaja asks, when is your birthday? My birthday is on 9th of April. It's pretty sad because this time it's gonna be like I'm gonna be at home because of the lockdown. Although I usually do stay home most of the time, so I'm not sure if that does make a difference. In my mind it does. Okay, so alright. Okay, then Suman Kanal asks, what is my height? Well, my height is 5 feet 11 inches. Yeah, so there's that. Sanidhya asks, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? It's a super complicated question. I actually sort of wish no one would ever ask me that, because मुझे नहीं पता. I don't know where I'm gonna be in 5 years, to be very honest. I just hope that whatever I'm doing, it just keeps on going this way. Like, whatever I want to do, I can do that. As long as I'm able to do what I want to do, I think that's what I want in my life. So even after 10, 20 years, that's my goal. If I'm able to do what I aspire to do, what I want to do, and that's to connect with you guys over here, and that's to I wanna get into public speaking. I wanna get into a lot of other things, but I'll talk about that in some other video. But if that's something that I'm able to do in the next few years, that's my goal. That's what I want to do in the next 5 years. Hopefully I'll get there. Okay. Then Ram Gopal Verma asks, where did you learn React Native? I actually didn't. So let me tell you, you don't actually learn a language or a framework or a library. It just doesn't go like that. Like, whenever I have to, earlier it used to be that I would try to learn so many new technologies. I would try to learn new things like data science, pandas, NumPy. I did all of these things. But in the end, I'm not even using them right now. So that's what I figured. If I'm not really going to use something, I'm not gonna go ahead and take a Udemy course for it. So yeah, I don't really take courses anymore. What I do is I just, build my way through things. For instance, for now, for YMGrad, what we're doing is we're building a phone application. So I just started learning online. I just started building it. And as I faced the problems, I started checking out on Stack Overflow or on other websites, no tutorials or anything, but I just started searching on Google, and that's really how I learned. Really how, I come to learn things best is when I apply them, and that's what I do in my projects. Okay, so yeah, that's where I learned it. Next thing, Sujay Forever asks, are you from the South? If you mean South India, no, I'm not. I was born in Delhi, but I have, shifted quite a bit. So I used to stay in, of course, Delhi, and then there's Punjab. I've stayed in Punjab, I've stayed in Uttar Pradesh, I've stayed in Jammu and Kashmir. Yeah, so these are the places I've stayed in. But yeah, I'm back in Delhi now, born and raised. Okay, so Leave Pratiti Alone asks, have you ever got depression? How do you manage to be productive if your mental peace isn't there? I don't know. Actually, I did go through some tough times. I mean, it depends, because I've seen some people go through some very rough times when they're not able to do anything. I did go through a phase like that before I actually went to the US. I had some massive, bad things happen to me, and I was not doing well emotionally. It was a tough time. I just couldn't work a lot, to be honest. But I also knew that it's a phase and it's gonna go away, hopefully sooner or later, hopefully soon. And it did go away after I went to the US. Actually, that's when it actually went away, and it felt good when it went away. Maybe I just needed that change in the background. I think that helps people a lot. Sadly, we can't really travel right now, so that's not gonna work. But in case there's something going on in your life and you're depressed, feel free to message me. I would be more than happy to help you out. I would be more than happy to connect with any one of you guys. If you're not doing well, if you need to just talk about things, just talk to me. Just consider me family. मुझे पता है कैसा होता है, and I would be more than happy to be, engaged in any sort of help I can do. Just message me on Instagram, okay? All right. Amrita asks, what do you do for fun? I this is weird because I kind of instilled this in my mind that if I'm doing what I like, it's fun. So it's like whenever I'm working on YMGrad, or whenever I'm working with someone, clients, or whatever I'm doing, I kind of like it a lot. That's not really, I don't really have a need for fun. But usually what I do is I would just watch some TV series, I would go to the gym, probably even read, but that's about it. That's all the, my schedule is crazy different. I'm gonna talk about my schedule as well. Okay, so KBH Yana asks, are you planning to do MBA? No. Primarily because, I'm not sure yet, but primarily because I've seen that a lot of MBA graduates say that it's just not worth doing the MBA. Like the piece of paper, there's a really famous video on Instagram by this person. He says, an MBA degree is not even worth the piece of paper it's written on. And I'm not sure if it is or if it isn't, but when I tried to read some books that concern MBA, I just found a lot of stuff that, I think they overcomplicate things. And I don't really want to, go ahead and do that, or go through that. I'm not sure, maybe sometime in the future. And then okay, Ash Satisha asks, which all books, novels have you read? It's a pretty long list. I'll make a video on that separately. I'm sorry, I'm not answering this one. It's gonna be a long video otherwise. Okay, India Finity asks, how are you planning to finance your master's in the US when you got into USC? I took a loan and I was planning to do some part-time jobs. I had some support from my family. That's it. That's really it. Like most of you guys would be doing it. I did not have some massive amount of savings. I was just a student. I wasn't working much back then. So yeah, that was it. Okay. Ajay Rajrana asks, did you have any backlogs in any subject in BTech? No, I did not. I was actually a top-notch student. I used to be like in the top 3 ranks throughout my bachelor's. So yeah, I did not. But towards the end of the program, when I started doing YouTube, my grades started to drop. And I just enjoyed YouTube more, so what the heck. Anyway, and then over here, Tommy asks, what are some of the activities you do for fun? Again, I just answered that, the activities that I do. You guys know my whole, I'll tell you my whole schedule. How did you learn that accent? I want to learn it so bad right now. There isn't any, it's probably not a very good story to tell on YouTube, but the way I actually learned it was because I actually was sort of, dating someone who went to Sweden, and then, her accent sort of changed, and then I talked to her like for 2 to 3 years. So yeah, she used to correct me that, don't say it like that, say it like that. And I don't know if I should have, but I just picked it up, I guess, because she kept correcting me. And yeah, I think of it as a good thing, to be honest, because this one time when I was at USC, I had a couple of, most Indian students don't really interact a lot with the Chinese ones, by the way, but I had this 1 or 2 Chinese students come to me and say, man, we're able to understand you. We can't really understand most Indians because their accent is super thick or super heavy. And I felt like, okay, that's, at least I'm able to connect with some people. So yeah, maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's not. It's just the way I speak right now. I don't know if I can change it so easily. I know a lot of people comment down below that, what's with the accent, and I try, but this is just how it is for now. Okay, alright. Then, what is your current job profile? In which company do you work? I work in YMGrad, and I'm basically the CEO and the founder. So I actually did founded the company. I founded the company when I was in my college itself, and I've been doing this since then, since my final year. So yeah, this is what I do. It's a full-time gig. That's what I do. It's work, and then there's YouTube. Like, there's two separate things. People try to mix it. People think that everything I do over on YouTube is for work. That's not it. YouTube is like, you guys are my family. I can't stop doing YouTube. It's just not happening. Okay. All right. I'll just move on to the next one here. Let's see. Ida Surgenger asks your girlfriend name. Bro, I'm single. I don't think anyone can put up with me, like, with the amount of work that I do, and with the amount of, time that I can't make time. I think that's like my biggest problem. Most of my relationships have failed because of that. Like, I just can't, because when I'm working, I don't really like to be disturbed, and then people want their own time. Yeah, basically no one can put up with me. Alright. Do you love dogs? Krishna asks, yes, I do love dogs. Funny fact though, my parents have never let me have one at home, but when I was back at my hostel during my bachelor's, I did used to have some stray dogs that we used to pet, so I'm not sure if that counts, but yeah, I do like dogs a lot. Cats even more, actually. Workaholism, that motivates and creates jealousy. I'm not sure what to say here. There's nothing to be jealous about. I mean, anyone can do what they want to do. It's just that I started a little early, and I realized I don't really have a lot of things that I am risking right now because my parents are still working, so I can still do this. But if it's for someone who has a family right now, or if it's for someone who has responsibilities right now, then it sort of gets difficult. I understand that. But hopefully, you'll be doing a lot more productive things. Whatever you want to do, just keep doing it on the side, 1 or 2 hours a day, and you'll see it'll transform to a full-time thing, hopefully. All right. Simran asks, actually I want to know something else, like where to start for this. I am stuck, confused. Sorry Simran, I did not get your question. I'm not able to get the context, so I'm gonna skip this one. Where are you going to work after India? I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I'm gonna go after India, but I'm hoping to, switch the teams sooner or later. All right. Will you be pursuing your master's sooner or later? Maybe. Yeah. See, as of now, my goal is the main goal is that I make YMGrad into a thing that it can operate without me being there 24/7. That's the sort of goal that I have, first thing. So whenever I'm hiring, I think of what sort of a position can make my job easier and can create more time for me, so that I can sort of get a little more disconnected and people can take care of it. But as of now, I don't see that happening very, very soon. Maybe it will take till December this year, maybe it'll take till December next year, but hopefully once that is done, maybe I'll go pursue my master's again. Okay. All right. Let's see over here. We're talking about, okay, you're doing a great job, says Rashu. I've watched most of your videos. Your Uni Predict in YMGrad.com is great. For those of you who do not know, Uni Predict is actually the tool we built that uses the previous data of the students who have gotten into universities, and based on that it'll give you a short list, and it'll use your profile, of course, and then it'll tell you that these are the universities that you should apply to. So thank you so much, Rashu. I hope that it helps. We tried our best to do it. Actually, it's like we actually had developed the algorithm. Like, it took a lot of time, like a few months, 2 or 3 months, just to develop the algorithm. But hopefully that helps you guys, and literally if I'm getting this message, I think it must have been worth it, the 2 or 3 months that we spent. Okay. Nisha asks, what do you do now? So Nisha, I do a couple of things. The main, I think, thing that I love to do, and I've been doing for about 1.5 to 2 years now, is YouTube. That's what I'm still going to be doing maybe next year as well. I also work at YMGrad, where we actually work with people who want our help in getting them into their universities, like the universities of their choice. So we don't do like tie-ups and stuff with other universities, but yeah, that's mostly what we do. Like, we purely help you in your applications, and everything through the study process, like for the exams, to the visa process. All right, but I don't want you guys to mix it up. Like, like this YouTube space is completely different. I know a lot of times we use it for like showing you new features that we build, but some people think of it as that's it. Like, that's all that YouTube is. YouTube is like more like my family. That's what I want to do, and I genuinely care about you guys. It's not like we're just here to sort of, give you information for money. Like, this is what I'm doing right now. I want you guys to know me better. It's not going to bring me any money. And at the same time, if you're watching my GRE videos, like, I get so many messages that, GRE, TOEFL, SOPs, LORs, that we got help from you. Because of that, like, we couldn't really work with you, sorry about that, but we got a lot of help from your videos. And I think that's the greatest thing. Like, this is why I'm doing this. So if my research, if the time that I'm spending can help someone, and that's the biggest thing, literally. That matters to me more than anything else. All right, apart from that, YMGrad is a separate entity. It can run on its own, literally. It doesn't need me to sort of do everything on YouTube. Anyway, this is just my choice. All right, final question. Any backlog in BTech? I've already answered this, Ajay. No backlogs in BTech. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you guys are know me better now, and yeah, I would love to connect with you guys, just to talk, just to the fan is sort of off because I did not want this noise coming in. It just messes up the video, so it's like I'm sort of sweaty now. But anyway, if you guys do want to talk about anything, want to get to know me better, I would love to get to know you better, please message me and let's talk. Whatever it is, I would be happy to talk whenever I get the time. I know I sometimes delay in replying to the messages, but I always reply, so hopefully that helps. You guys get to know me better, I get to know you better. If you like this video, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Okay, and go onto my Instagram. You can ask me your new questions. Hopefully I'll be able to answer them very, very soon, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.